Hello friends, welcome to Getting Lippy With. My name's Imogen Hudson from Imogenation on YouTube, and this is a space where we can all vent, chat and share our daily struggles in the hopes of helping others deal with theirs. In a world where it's difficult to open up, there is no difficulty over here at Getting Lippy With. So grab your cuppa, chocolate, biscuits or whatever floats your boat, because whoever you are, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, let's get lippy. I'm also really excited that EOS are actually sponsoring this series, which is amazing. So thanks so much, a lip brand sponsoring Getting Lippy With. Like, how cool, how cute. Their lip balms are so cute as well. So I'm really excited as well because next to me I have a beautiful, she's an actual friend of mine. Like, this is amazing. This is STEPH ELLSWOOD. We have Steph with me.
Hello, I literally just looked at you throughout the whole night like I was in love with you.
Oh my goodness, I was doing that instruction and I was like, Steph is on my left looking at me. Steph is a most amazing, I can't even explain to you. If you don't follow Healthy Chef Steph, like, what a cool name. You need to go and follow her basically. I'll leave everything down below, but you just need to go and follow her. But what a cool name. Like, where did you come up with that from?
It actually happened by accident.
Did it?
So, when I was at college, which obviously we were at together.
Yes, so that's how we know each other. Very exciting. You're the only good thing I took from that university.
That's so cute. So basically I was going through an eating disorder at the time. Mm-hmm. And then when I was recovering, I started making loads of food and I was really proud of what I was making. Yeah. So I bought it in to give to everyone. Yeah. And everyone started I called myself Chef Steph.
I remember you doing like little Tupperware things.
Oh, yeah. I loved the Tupperware. Always Tupperware. And at rehearsals and stuff, I'd go around with brownies and everyone would take one. I'd be like, Chef Steph. Anyway,
loved that.
I started posting pictures on my personal Instagram, and obviously everyone at college posted selfies or like tilt photos and showing how flexible they were. And I was just like, haha.
I like food.
And people were like, Steph, like, stop posting food, we don't care. So I was like, okay, I'll make my own Instagram. So I went to make a Chef Steph, and that was taken. And I was like, oh.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's snide.
I know, so rude. She doesn't even use it. She doesn't post on it. So anyway, I just put a healthy in front of it because that was free. And here we are.
Do you think making food and stuff like that helped you through your eating disorder, like making food for other people as well?
Yeah,
because
definitely.
I used to live with someone who had an eating disorder and she loved to cook for me because it made her feel like we were both eating and it made her feel less guilty maybe about eating something. So she'd eat with me and she'd know that I'm eating what she's eating.
So it's good, yeah. I think also my therapist at the time that was helping me through it all asked me to give like a food diary and things like that. And writing a food diary was really stressful for me, so I was like, if I make it, take a photo of it, post it, then I'm a very, very visual person, so I was like, that will be more helpful than kind of writing it down.
I think that's actually amazing. Like, we're going in at the deep end here, but I actually think that's incredible. Like, you've actually managed to take something which you do as a job now, but it helped you in your recovery process. Like that, I think that's amazing. Because some people say that social media, there's negatives, but that is such a positive.
Well, I think that's why when I get quite defensive about social media, so obviously I know there's a lot of negative connotations to it, especially to the word influencer and things like that. I just joked. I get really excited about it because I'm like, I see so many positives. It helped me through such a dark time that I don't really see the negatives anymore.
I think that as well. Like, I'm going to be honest, I know there's negativity surrounding it and all those things, but do you know what? I actually, like, people message me, I'm sure you get the exact same but 10 times more, but people message me and they're like, you've helped me, or I feel so grateful to have you. And I'm like, wait, listen. I actually get so confused by it. I'm like, are you being serious? Because I'm actually going to be honest, that the people who are in my Hun family, like my Huns or whatever, they are, because I hate calling them subscribers, I find it weird, but I actually feel like they've changed my life, like actually changed my life. And I'm like, you don't get it. You're saying thank you to me, but like thank you to you. Like, especially for you as well, like, you get to share something with people. And there are so many people that suffer with, you know, eating disorders and things like that. And people don't really understand it if sometimes they haven't been through it. But they have you that they can look at, and actually it's inspiration. It is.
Well, can I just say something? For everyone listening. Yeah. I remember you being in my kitchen just before Christmas. Yeah. This is two or three.
It must have been. What, before YouTube?
Before YouTube. Was it, how long ago was this?
Mate, it would have been. I've only done YouTube for 2 years. So it would have been a bit before.
Just before Christmas 2 years ago. And you were like, oh, I've been thinking about doing YouTube. Like,
oh my God, I wasn't
Do you remember? And I was like, oh my God, you should so do it. You're like, no, I'm nervous. I can't. And your Instagram was still fashion, imagination.
Yeah, and I had the camera and everything.
Yeah, and you were like, I can't do it. Then I remember you messaged me like, I'm going to film my first vlog today. And I was like, oh my God, do it.
Oh my goodness, that
and
seems so weird.
And then you freaking blew up and I was like, oh, that's...
I can't believe you're here. Do you know what? That's actually amazing. I can't remember that. I remember it now, but I hadn't thought of that.
Because I remember we were at Nando's outside Victoria, and they was like, oh, come stay at mine. And you're like, really?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, come back.
And we had a sleepover. And I remember talking to you about it and being like, I really want to do it,
Yeah.
But I was so nervous. Like, I think because I come across so, like, I'm so confident in all these things, people don't understand. I'm like the biggest worrier in the world.
Yeah.
Like, I worry all the time. Like, even now, I'm like, oh my goodness, that podcast was awful. Does anyone actually like it? Does anyone listen to it? Like, I am the worst. But I think that's because I care so much. I think I care so much that I worry. But oh my goodness, I can't believe that.
That's why, because I will message Imogen out of the blue, and I'll be like, so proud of you. Because I see that you are just yourself, but online.
I'm so grateful that you know that.
Yeah.
And that you've actually validated that for me, because you know what? I don't know whether you get this, but I think it's more on YouTube. People question who you are as a person.
They have no filter on YouTube comments. Oh my god.
YouTube is another level, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that they question like, oh, you can't be this loud, or you can't be this happy, or you can't be this positive, and you can't be this nice. And it's like, well, obviously I have different levels of me. Like, I don't sit at home and do that 24/7, because obviously I don't think I'd have a fiance. Like, I don't know whether he'd actually be able to cope, or my family. But you know, I'm not fake. I don't go on YouTube and go, hi, Imogenation, and the camera goes off and I go, oh, I hate YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, I love it.
I think it's excitement that comes out because you are so happy that you're doing it.
Yeah. But you're doing incredibly, Steph. Like, actually, genuinely. Like, it's so nice to see people in this industry that are so genuine and have actually, you've got so far.
Thank you.
Like, we were just saying on the way here, I was like, I only know you as, like, what you do. And she was like, there's a lot of people that do what I do. And I was like, I only know you because I think you're just the best.
Well, it's the same though, because we're both in the same industry but like different sections.
Yeah, like different topics.
Yeah, you're like the only person I follow in your section.
I love you.
Yeah.
Okay, so today, very exciting. I haven't even told you what we're talking about. Along the lines of what Steph does, and we'll talk a bit more about your Stay Sassy. I'm so excited to hear all about that. But we are going to be talking about today body confidence. So I think this is a massive thing that we all struggle with every single day, every single person in general life. You might look at someone and think that they have, you know, the best body, and they still struggle with body confidence. So today we've had a lot of questions from you, and basically I forgot to tell you, but very excitingly, please definitely subscribe on your app of choice, because you've also got to subscribe to Getting Lippy With on Instagram, because you can get involved with podcasts in the future. Like, it's so exciting. What happens is, if you're watching on YouTube, then you can see I look like an egg, because I don't even know what's happening with my hair right now. But if you're not watching on YouTube, then basically we have this little phone in front of us, which is the Hun hotline. So exciting. So you Huns can call in. Well, basically you send in your questions as voice notes, and we get them played out to us, and then we can answer them, and we can all be friends and love life. So make sure you subscribe to stay tuned for all things Getting Lippy With, and you can then find out each week what topic is going to be, and you can send in your questions to the email hello@gettinglippywith.com. Sorry, that was a bit of a spiel, but you should definitely get involved, because it's so nice that people actually feel like they can message us questions.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so helpful, because yes, I could sit here for 40 minutes and talk for England, but it's nice to be able to know that you're helping someone.
Yeah.
So me and Steph are just going to sit here and answer questions and talk about life and love life with body confidence with Imogen and Steph. So let's have the first question. Hello, honeys. You have reached Hun Hotline. Please leave your message after the tone.
Hey Imogen, do you have any top tips on how to deal with seeing girls on social media and Instagram that look like they're having the best lives, and their life is so much better than you, and they have things that you don't, and they look the way that you want to? How do you deal with that? Because I have contemplated deleting my Instagram, but that's not going to happen. But yeah, that'd be really great if you could answer that. Thank you. I love you.
My goodness, that actually makes me sad.
Yeah.
Thank you for sending in your question, but do you know what? I think we were talking about the positives and the negatives of social media, obviously, but quickly, just straight off the back, hearing that you're looking at people on Instagram and you're thinking that, you know, they've got this perfect life and whatever, one thing I would definitely say is to escape that, unfollow them.
Yeah.
If someone is making you feel inferior, inadequate, rubbish in yourself, I promise you, you don't need that negative.
Yeah.
You don't need any of that negative drama in your life. Like, I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong. Like, I'm not saying someone that's living their best life for them is doing anything wrong, but I do genuinely believe that you don't have to follow anyone. No one's telling you, like, follow these people, because do you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably the worst influencer, I guess you could actually say, because I don't really follow
I was going to say this, I don't like consume social media, I just post on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I think you're exactly the same.
Yeah.
I don't scroll through social media. Like, I scroll through probably the first 10 photos that come up on my feed and just want to, like, say, if I know anyone, I'm like, oh, I love that, or, like, beautiful, or, you know, you look amazing. But actually, I don't watch people and look at people and analyse it and judge my life on it. And I'm going to be honest with you, my top tip 100% would be to always remember that they have difficulties in their life too.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's so easy to look at people and think, wow, like, they're on a beach 24/7. Like, you're always away. And I'm assuming people probably look at you and think that. And they're like, wow, Steph's living her best life. And you probably are, which I rate. I'm like, yes, Steph, go and live your best life. But it doesn't mean that Steph doesn't have to deal with things behind the, you know, closed doors.
Yeah.
You know?
I think my favourite quote as well is, Instagram and social media is a window into someone's life, not an open door. Like,
yes.
As much as we're quite open and stuff, people do post what they want you to see.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, comparison's a thief of joy. Like, if you're going to look at someone's stuff and take something negative from it, like you said, unfollow. But it gets political when you know the person.
Yes.
So if you know the person and they're making you feel negative, just mute their stories, mute their posts. You don't need to have to see it and to feel that. I call it the eye rollers. If you're scrolling through and you eye roll at someone, mute.
That's wonderful. It's a lovely tool. It's a lovely tool to just be able to meet people. And do you know what? I just want you to know that no one in this world lives your life, and you'll never live their life. So as much as sometimes we find it difficult to walk in our shoes, it's actually better to work on your own life rather than looking at other people's and thinking, I wish I could be in their shoes. Do you know what? Actually, just make your shoes cleaner.
Yeah.
Like, actually, just think to yourself, like, there's this quote that I love so much, and it's, you may think the grass is greener, but if you actually took the time to water your own grass, it would be just as green. And I do really believe in that. Like, I think that we, you know, sometimes, I actually don't think I've ever done this, really. I actually don't think I do. I don't think I ever look at someone else's life, and I think that's maybe because of things I've been through growing up. I don't think I've done that because I've watched people, unfortunately, think the grass is greener, and I've watched it destroy them.
Yeah.
I think that now I've learned from that myself, so I don't want to look at someone and be like, oh my goodness, because actually, like you said, social media is just what you want to post and what you want someone to see. They're not going to post if they're looking in the mirror feeling chubby because they're on their period. They're not going to post, you know, and that's okay, they don't have to, but I just want you to know that it's one photo, it's a section of someone's life, it's not their whole daily life. And you know, you might have a day where you're feeling rubbish, you look in the mirror like, I'm sorry, this is too much information, but I've just come my period, right? The week before, oh my goodness, like, my poor fiance, like, honestly, if you listen to what I say, what comes out of my mouth, but it's because hormones and all these things we feel, and it might be a difficult week or a difficult day, doesn't mean it's a difficult life. Like, it doesn't define you. Like, I just look at it and think, last week's gone now, like, I felt rubbish and I'm fine now, you know?
But I think the reason why you don't compare yourself to others as well is because you're focusing on all the positives in your life.
Yes.
And, like, when you focus on that, they multiply and just grow. So a thing that I do with my boyfriend most nights is, before we go to bed, we say our 3 highlights of the day. So we could have had the worst day in the world, but we will look for 3 positives, even if it's like, oh, I had a really yummy lunch or whatever. So we have our 3 positives. We then have, what else do we do? My friend Zana actually told me about this. So it's 3 positives, then it's 1 improvement. So, like, okay, today may not have been perfect, but I'm going to work on it. And then 1 intention for the next day. And it's just,
I love that.
End of the day, reflect. You can do it either, you can write it down, like I journal a lot. But, like, if you have someone like a best friend, a boyfriend, a parent, whatever, that you can sit and focus with, you won't be as likely to compare.
This is what I mean. I think we need to focus on our positives rather than look at everyone else's positives, because you're not going to be them. Like, you're not going to be them, and you don't need to be them. You shouldn't want to be them, because you are amazing. Like, whoever you are you, and that's what makes you, that's your power. Like, you are yourself, and that is such a beautiful thing. Like, I don't want to be anyone else. Don't get me wrong, there are so many things that are faults of mine, but it doesn't mean I want to go and change them for someone else, because they've just got faults. Like, a lot of the time I've watched people, you know, say to me, like, friends maybe, or just in the past I've watched people run away from their relationships because they've been like, oh, he's like this and he's like that, and I'm like, right, I'm just going to say this, you don't have to worry about his negatives, because actually you just don't want to be with him, because those negatives will be there with someone else. Like, I love my fiance, but we both know that we both have negative things about us. Like, no one's perfect. And I think that that's lovely. Like, his little, you know, little funny traits, I love. Because I'm like, that's my puppy. Like, I get to be the one that we have little arguments with or whatever, but his positives are the best thing in the world. So I think that we can easily focus on negatives, but your best bet, princess, honestly, about feeling better about yourself is unfollowing, muting, and focusing on yourself.
Yeah, 100%.
Because otherwise you can waste your whole life looking at other people and being like, I wish I was here, I wish I was there, I looked like her. No point. Actually, no point, because you're never going to be that person.
Yeah.
You're never going to be. So the quicker you realise that and work on yourself, the happier your life will be. Don't you think?
Amen.
I love that thing about that, because sometimes what you said about the positives and the stuff like that, because actually when I go to bed sometimes with my fiance, we say what we're grateful for. So I'm like, I'm grateful that you did, like, even if it's something tiny, like, I'm grateful you tidied my clothes away, which is very normal for me, because he said to me, it's like, you literally just take your clothes off and walk, like, you know when you take your clothes off like that and you step out of it, he's like, I know where you actually got undressed, because you actually just leave it there. And I'm like, I'm grateful you tidied my clothes. But it can be something like, I'm grateful that you were there for me. But I do think that we should say that about ourselves as well. Like, I'm grateful for me being strong today. I'm grateful for, because actually we do so much in our lives that we don't take a step back and think, actually, you did that.
Well, it's the same when you're scrolling. Like, if you see someone, you're like, oh my God, they're skinnier than me, or they're this, they're that, they're that. Give yourself a compliment and be like, well, actually, I've got this.
Yes, exactly. I actually love that question, because it gave us a lot of things to talk about. Thank you. And I really hope that you take those things on board. I'm not saying that we're Oprah and we know what we're talking about. I'm not saying that we've got the be-all and end-all of answers, but I just hope that helped you a little bit, and helped other people listening as well. So, yeah. Okay, next question. Thanks.
Hi Imogen, I love you so much. My question is, do you think it's possible to love someone else before you love yourself?
Thank you for your question. You'll go with this one. You go far away. You go.
I think it is possible to love someone, but I don't think it's a healthy relationship, because you will be giving everything to that person, and you will be pouring from an empty cup. Like, you will be giving your whole self without making sure that it's reciprocated, and you may do things that aren't kind to yourself, if you know what I mean.
I also feel like my auntie once told me this quote. I don't know if it's a quote or she just said it to me, but she said that in her last relationship, which, unfortunately fell apart, well, actually, fortunately for her, because he was awful, but she said to me that over the course of so many years, I had these marbles. I had a bag of marbles, and let's say at the beginning of your relationship, you start with a bag of marbles, and eventually, all I did was take a marble out and keep putting it in his bag. Like, oh, here, have this of mine, here, have this of mine, here, have this of mine. And eventually, I didn't even realise that my bag was completely empty. I had given everything to this one person that actually I didn't even know that I'd lost all of my things. And it's because she said I didn't probably love myself, and I let my self-esteem run away from me. And, we all have insecurities. But I think if you don't love yourself even a bit, you're going to be with someone and you won't have a healthy relationship, like you said, because you'll be so concerned, constantly feeling insecure and inadequate and inferior, that you'll create a relationship which unfortunately is dynamically not great, because let's say he goes out, you'll be like, he's going to cheat on me, because you don't love yourself, you're not confident yourself enough to say...
You'll be insecure in that relationship,
and everyone's insecure, don't get me wrong, that's fine, everyone has insecurities, but once they consume your relationship because you don't love yourself, and I'm not saying everyone has to love themselves before jumping into a relationship, but you do have to have some sense of self-worth and self-love. Like, I know, I'm going to be honest, I love my partner more than I love myself, obviously. Much, much, much more. Like, I love him to the ends of the earth and above and beyond. But I know that if it ever got to the point where I felt as though I was in an unhappy relationship, I know I love myself enough to go, it would absolutely destroy me, and I touch wood and touch everything in the world that never happens, but I think you have to love yourself enough to go, do you know what, this is actually destroying my happiness, I have to walk away from it.
And it's not just self-love, it's self-respect.
Yeah.
Like, having enough respect to speak about something that maybe is not, you're not happy about, or like they've done something and you could just be like, okay, well, babe, this pissed me off a little bit, and you have an open conversation, an adult conversation.
There seems to be a lot of noise. It's concerning. I think that sometimes when we get on this podcast, they just love it. They're like, do you know what, I'm going to create all this noise.
We're going to get involved.
Yeah, I think they love it. I honestly think they want to come in. Like, are you out there, hon? Do you want to come in?
Should we invite them in?
Yeah. No, but I completely agree, and I think that maybe from both of us, we've had probably previous relationships that have broken down and whatever, but we've learned something about ourselves and thought to ourselves, you know what, actually, okay, you know, I can't tell you that I'm completely, you know, not head over heels in love with my fiancé, because I bloody well am, but I do know that we are strong enough to be able to cope on your own. And I think that's what you need to know. Like, not that you have to think about it, because you don't want to. You don't have to think like, oh yeah, we're not going to be together. I think you need to know that if anything ever happened, you're okay.
But I think that also allows you to take risks, because you're like, I can throw my whole self into this relationship and know that I'll still be fine.
Yes.
So you can always have a more passionate, vibrant relationship.
And let yourself completely love them.
Yeah, like completely fall head over heels without being scared of not being caught.
Love is so beautiful. I'm so soppy, but I love love. And for anyone listening that hasn't, you know, experienced love yet or hasn't found love yet, that's okay, that's fine. Like, probably you're young, and even if you're not young, like, I meet people all the time. Like, I met someone last night at an event and she was like, I'm 30 and I haven't found love yet. And it's like, it doesn't matter.
It means you haven't settled. It means you know your worth.
You have to wait for it. And, you know, that's not sitting indoors and thinking that you're going to meet the love of your life. You know, you need to still adventure and experience life. But I feel like when the time is right for you, it will be right for you. And I know that's completely off topic of body confidence, but I'm just saying that I hope that when you do find someone and you do love someone, you already know that you're okay as you are someone. Like, you're somebody, so you should know that you're okay. Like, on your own, we came into this world alone and we leave this world alone. You are okay. Yeah. Like, you can love yourself. It's okay to love yourself. It's not an arrogance. It's not a, you know, a bad trait to have. It's a good thing. So yeah, hope you find that, Angel.
Hi Imogen, my question is, what's the best way to deal with stretch marks? Because I know for myself it can be quite daunting going on holiday when you're in a bikini and everyone can see the stretch marks on your bum or on your thighs. Thanks Angel, bye, love you.
Thank you, Angel, for your question. I love you, and the fact you called me Angel, that makes me so incredibly happy. And for anyone listening that doesn't like cringe, I'm really sorry, because I am one big walking, talking cringe, but I love it. But yeah, like we just said, you don't need to get rid of them.
No, I think everyone's got this idea of a perfect body image that's a certain height, a certain proportion, a certain flawless skin, and that's something that's come from media, like airbrushing and all of that kind of stuff. But stretch marks are so normal because we grow. We come from a freaking fetus.
Like, we do things, like, you become, you know, I remember being sort of in that age where you're going through puberty and your hips are getting a bit bigger or whatever, and you do get stretch marks. It doesn't mean you're ugly. Like, no. It's beautiful. Like, I look at my mum. My mum sometimes says stuff about her stretch marks. I'm like, oh my goodness, mum, that's your 4 babies. Like, your 4 babies. You look at them and you're like, I actually pushed a baby out of me. I literally look at mums and I'm like, wow, you're amazing. Yeah. You are actually amazing for actually creating life. Like, wow. Obviously dads are amazing as well, but I just think the womanly body is amazing. It's something that we should, you know, I remember seeing on social media, actually, funnily enough, we speak about social media, I saw that thing where Kim Kardashian had some photos on a beach and there was loads of hate around it, and she was really unhappy that photos had come out where I don't think she had much say in it. I don't really know too much about it, but she had some cellulite on her, you know, bum, which is very normal.
Oh, but it's so normal.
And I actually was so happy that photo came out, not because I'm horrible and I'm like, ha, like, that's not me in the slightest. I was happy for other women to be like, that is, because a lot of people look at Kim Kardashian and they look at her and think, wow, perfect body, all these things, and she's beautiful and an amazing body and all these things, fine. But I also think it's an unhealthy body image for people to think that everything is photoshopped and everything is face-tuned, because it's not real life. You can't go around with a face-tune, you know, thing around you like, I'm face-tuned and I'm walking. It's not like that. Yeah, I just think it's a really nice thing for that to come out, because then it proves to everyone that, you know, we are all just normal humans. Yeah, I was actually really glad that came out, because it just made other people feel like it's okay to just be you.
Yeah, and I think there's this thing at the moment around body confidence, especially online. People are like, oh, they're your wonder lines, colour them in glitter. Like, no, we don't need to emphasise them and make them into this fake beauty. Like, it's just normal.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Everyone has it. So I think about it.
Yeah, I think that as well. It shouldn't be like it's celebrated.
We should glamour.
No, it's not anything that has to be like that, because it's beautiful. It's
just you. And I think about it this way. How much do you think about other people looking at you on the beach? 90% of women are thinking the exact same thing, and someone's probably looking at you and being like, wow, I wish I had this or I had that, because in our heads we're very complimentary of other people, but not with ourselves. And I think just don't stress about it, and don't try and buy creams or anything to get rid of it, because one, they don't work.
No.
Two, it's so normal to have stretch marks and cellulite. Like I hate the stigma around it.
And it's you, and I feel like skin, like I've got a scar on my forehead from where I fell down the stairs and cracked my head open when I was a kid. I don't care. I'm like, yeah, cute little story. And I just think that everything about us is unique and you, and it should just be, you know, that is what makes your genetics and you. And I think that for you going on holiday and feeling comfortable in a bikini, baby girl, get your body out. Like, who cares? Listen, if someone's looking at you, they're probably looking at you thinking you're unreal. And also, not even that. Who cares what people think? Like, actually, think that in your head. Even if you feel like you're not confident, listen to me and listen to this podcast and put it on when you go into that bikini and tell yourself you are unreal. Put that bikini on, go out there. You need to get your tan on, hun. Like, you need to enjoy your holiday. Get that bikini on, go down that waterside, do whatever you want to do and feel beautiful. And even if you don't feel it, fake it. Fake it.
Until you feel it.
Exactly. Fake it until you feel it, and then turn around to yourself and turn around to everyone else and be like, if you're looking at me, it's cool. Like, you can look at me all you want. It doesn't affect me. And even if sometimes deep down we do think a bit like, oh God, they're staring at me. So what? Don't allow them the satisfaction of knowing that they can see that.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I think when I used to be really insecure, I used to make it so obvious. Like, if someone be staring at me, I would actually be like, make it so obvious that I was insecure. Like, oh my God, they're staring at my legs. They're staring at me. But actually, I'm like, why should they get the satisfaction of knowing they're making you feel insecure? Because people, unfortunately, do stare. You know, I do it sometimes. I love people watching. And I don't think I'm ever staring at someone being nasty. That's not me. I'm not. But I think that sometimes in our own heads we can think that everyone's staring at us, but actually they probably might be in a daze.
Yeah.
So just go and enjoy yourself, because why would you not put a bikini on because of the fear of other people? Because actually then you're not living your life to the fullest because of strangers you'll never see again.
And just remember that your body is a vessel for your soul.
Yeah.
It just carries around
you.
Like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think of that as well, and I think to myself, do you know what? If someone was to ever make me feel inferior about my body, I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't even care about you, so why would I care? Like, oh my, like, why? Why would I let you stare at me and make me feel rubbish? Like, it's no point. Oh!
Now there's a horn.
Oh, now there's a horn. I think he's enjoying it. I think he agrees. Thank you. Thank you, hon.
And I also think, like, say your target area that you're worried about is your legs, you should then flip it and be like, okay, well, my legs have carried me up these stairs, walking to here. Or, like, if it's your arms, be like, okay, well, my arms, I hug my family with my arms.
Yeah,
and
you do so much with, exactly.
And focus on the positive things that body part does for you rather than the negative thing that you've been taught to hate about yourself.
Yeah, so true. Do you think that coming out of an eating disorder, do you think it's helped you love your body even more?
Oh my God, yeah. Like, I was so negative.
Which is amazing,
to my body.
by the way. Well done for coming out, because it's such a hard. I watch so many things on people that have struggles daily, and it. Well done, like really well done. Do you think? I mean, you can't credit anyone else because it was you that came through it. But what do you think really helped you?
Don't get me wrong. There's still days when you could be negative, especially around your period and things like that.
Do you also think? Sorry for interrupting you, but do you think that it's something which you deal with? And do you think it'll always be there in a way? Like,
so I always talk about eating disorder as like a little voice in your head telling you, like, don't eat that, you're not good enough, da-da-da-da. And I think that voice doesn't ever go away, but you turn it down to a point where it's a whisper and you're like, I'm stronger than that voice kind of thing. But it has definitely taught me to love my body. Like, I hated my legs, I hated my boobs, like, because I'm quite flat-chested, my mum was, everything.
I remember you saying to me that you wanted to get a boob job. I remember that.
Well, my dad said to me, because I wanted a boob job for my 18th.
Yeah, I remember you saying that to me, and I was like, no, please,
My dad was like, look,
not
if
that
you still want
not
it,
that they're bad or anything like that, but I just wanted you to love yourself enough to know that you don't need it.
And now, luckily, I'm the other side, because when I wanted a boob job, I had my own disorder and stuff. Now I'm the other side. I love my boobs. I'll get them out any chance I can. Like, I'm so, because I'm just like, these are mine. Like, I grew these.
Exactly.
Well, barely, but you know.
Same as me. I'm like, I used to wear 3 bras. I was so uncomfortable with my boobs. Like, I actually had sandbags in there. Like, they were like a chin, like another chin for me. They were up so high. And now I'm like, my goodness, I love my little small perky boobs. Like, not saying that big boobs aren't bad or anything like that, because they are, but they're me. These are me. Like, you know, I look at other girls' boobs and I'm like, wow, they're amazing, and they suit, like, they look incredible. And if someone's listening to this and thinking, oh, they're saying something about boob jobs, whatever makes you happy is what makes you happy. But also you have to know that you love yourself enough that, you know, if you wanted it and you still loved yourself, then that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think you need to know that you're not doing it for an insecurity. You need to do it because that's what you want to do.
And don't get me wrong, I don't walk around like, oh my God, yeah, I'm the shit. I don't love myself in terms of like that much, but it's like, do you know what? I'm so comfortable in my own skin. Like, this is me. unapologetically who I am, not changing anything about myself,
Yeah.
just learning to love what I've got.
Yeah, Angels, I was just going to say, I know a lot of you don't watch this on YouTube, but if you are, then go over to Getting Lippy With on YouTube, because then you can, I would like you to get involved. Basically, I would like to know in the comments, because we read all the comments, I'd really like to know if you'd want Steph to come back and talk to, you Huns, and have a big chat about eating disorders and stuff, because me and Steph trained as dancers, and we saw a lot of things, and I know that a lot of my subscribers, and I know a lot of people probably listening have suffered at one time or seen someone suffer with an eating disorder. So if that is something you'd like, then please definitely let us know in the comment section, and we'll definitely do a whole other podcast on that, because I think that there would be lots of questions that would come in. I'd love to help people. I'm sure you would as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, well, thanks for your question. Get your bikini on, baby girl, and go and love your life.
Do it.
Hi Imogen, my question for you today about body confidence is, how do you feel confident in the clothes that you wear? Because I would absolutely love to wear some of the clothes that you wear, but I just feel like people would look at me, people would judge me because I'd be wearing something different to what they wear. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Love you.
Oh my God, that's actually such a good question. Thanks so much for sending your question in, because I actually think it's the complete opposite. Like, my clothes make me feel confident. Like, it's not like I'm in clothes and I'm like, oh, I feel confident so I can wear whatever I want. It's actually like, I love fashion. I love the fact that some days I can be in joggers and still feel so sexy and confident, and feel like cute and comfortable. And then I can be the next day like thigh-high boots, wearing a little skirt, like wearing a nice tight bodycon dress. Honestly, I think the one thing I can tell you is wear whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, every single person's style is so different. And the reason I love fashion, the reason I love makeup, the reason I love beauty, everything like that, is because some days I can wear false lashes and go out with a red lip and feel like, baby girl, you're sexy today. Next day, I can wear no makeup and feel so comfortable and be like, your baby girl's cute today. Like, honestly, that is why I think we have a power as us individuals. Honestly, don't worry about what everyone else thinks, because you're only living for you. They're not living your life. Like, if they want to say something about your fashion, cool, it's only because they're jealous that they can't wear that.
Yeah.
Like, they're thinking to themselves, I wish I had the confidence to do that. Like, a lot of people say to me that they don't want to start YouTube because they're in school and people would take the mick out of them. And I'm like, the people that will take the mick out of you is the people that want to do what you're doing.
And they'll be the first to message you when you start doing well.
Yeah, and be like, what lights are you using? And you're like, well, I'm not going to tell you. But I'm being honest, like, what do you feel about fashion? Do you feel like you're just comfortable and confident because it makes you feel that way?
Well, I'm obviously not in the fashion industry. Like, I'm so far removed from that. I'm in like the I don't know where I am.
Fitness,
I'm
love
just
and
floating
life,
about,
happiness.
do my thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I feel like if I'm comfortable in something, then I'm going to wear it. And I've got more adventurous and stuff because, I don't know, it's just me. Clothes are just an expression
what you want
of,
to wear. You don't have to wear something to fit in with everyone else. Like, it's not school. Like, you don't have to wear your uniform.
No.
It's you. Like, express yourself. And it sounds silly, but what I wear and what I put on my face, makeup wise or whatever, is me going, today, this is the Imogen that I'm going to be. And I'm not saying that you need to wear makeup, you need to wear extravagant clothes. It's what you want to feel comfortable in. And I dread to think that we go through our whole lives dressing for other people.
Yeah.
Because why?
And you don't have to pigeonhole yourself into a style. Like,
no, I'm not.
In a week, I could be all 5 of the Spice Girls.
Yeah, I love it.
Do you know what I mean?
I love
you
it.
You never know
exactly
who I'm going to be next.
And your boyfriend's lucky because he gets 5 different Stephs.
Thank you. He gets like 27 because I'm crazy.
Yeah,
but
I say that to my fiance. I'm like, you do realise today you've got a whole new woman. Like, and I think he loves it. Like, when we first started dating, actually, I was a bit like, oh, is he going to like my style? Because honestly, I do change up. Sometimes I'll be in cycling shorts, trainers, and an oversized top, or trackies. And then sometimes I'll be like, you know, mum jeans and a nice shirt and like a nice big, like, oversized coat from Mango or something. And I think that's so amazing because you can just be whoever you want to be. Like, it really shouldn't matter about other people's opinions. And I know sometimes it's easier said than done because I can go, don't worry about everyone else, because then the person our head's going, they're looking at me, they're doing this or whatever. But actually, the quicker you start telling yourself, I am me, I live my life for myself, because I dread to think you'd get to 70 years old and look back and think, look at photos of yourself when you were younger and be like, oh, my friend next to me looks so cool and I look unhappy because I'm not wearing what I want to wear.
Yeah.
And why did you do that? Because of the fear of other people that aren't going to matter in 10 years.
Well, I remember going on some dates with a guy that I felt like head over heels in love with over like 3 dates. Something ridiculous.
That.
But he was like one of these people, he'd go to like thrift shops and dress really quirky, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to dress quirky.
Yeah.
And it just was not me. And every time I met up with him, like, I did not feel comfortable because it wasn't myself.
Yeah. I know what you mean, because I feel like, especially at the beginning of my relationship maybe, where he's from is a very small town and everyone wants to talk about your business. It's horrible. Yeah. It's horrible. Honestly, the day we left, I was so happy. Just because I was wearing like a faux fur coat, like a big faux coat. Honestly, the people, I've never had more comments in my life. And I'm like, geez Louise, you're that small-minded, you're actually looking into what I'm wearing. Like,
yeah,
hun, you're obviously not happy in your own skin if you want to judge what I'm wearing. You want to wear my faux fur coat, really. You want to know where I got it from. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that once you start dressing and living your life for you, the happiest life you will lead. So anyone that's listening to this thinking you don't feel like you could wear what I wear or anyone else wears, trust me, you can wear it 10 times better because you'll feel happier wearing what you want to wear. And the minute you start telling yourself that other people don't matter, your life will be better.
100%.
Don't you think?
Yeah, totally agree.
I honestly, that's one thing I will say to you. I'm so confident. I don't care what anyone thinks about what I'm wearing. Like, I love fashion. I love being able to change up what I'm wearing. And like, I don't think there's anything that anyone has to tell you what to wear. Like, I love it. I'm like, no one tells me what to wear on a daily. And I just get to go in my wardrobe and think, I'm going to wear this today. I'm going to be this person today. And it just makes me so excited. And that's why I love playing with makeup. You know, it's not to make myself feel beautiful. It's to make myself feel like I'm expressing myself and being who I want to be. I'm not worrying about, because I did do that growing up. I did wear my hair a certain way because everyone else was. And I did want to be a sheep and follow everyone else. But actually, I wasn't happy. I'm the happiest I've ever been now, being me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you agree?
Yeah, totally agree.
Especially maybe at dance, like college and stuff like that. You become a number.
Yeah, and I remember everyone, like, we had to bring in our own costumes once for a dance show. I turned up, had every single colour. Like, I was a rainbow.
I loved that.
And everyone was like, black, all in black. And I was like, oh, next thing you know, everyone's coming to me. It's like,
wanting rainbows.
Have you got some Oh, I've got so many rainbows. Literally, I was just like, okay.
My Steph and her rainbows. Oh my God, I love that. Yeah, so I just think if anyone is listening and feeling like they're worrying about what other people think, I can't stress to you enough that you will watch your life go by and you will be unhappy because of it if you worry about what other people think. So honestly, I know it's hard, but you've just got to get in your own head and go, right, shut up, Imogen. You're not going to worry about, not Imogen, because I don't know what your name is, but you've got to go, stop thinking that.
Yeah.
I'm so annoying anyway. I'm sorry, I'm just one big cringe. I actually really like these questions.
Yeah, they're really, really cute.
Steph, it's been so nice for you being on.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Honestly, I'm actually so grateful you came on. It's been just like having a chat with my friend, which is, it actually is. It actually is. But yeah, thank you so much, Steph. Thank you so much for sending in your questions. And thanks for watching, listening, whatever you're doing. I'm so grateful. I just feel so grateful that anyone's listening to this podcast, so thank you. Make sure you stay tuned with everything Getting Lippy with, so make sure you subscribe on your app of choice, and I'd be really grateful. It really helps us if you leave a review on the podcast, because it helps like other people know about our podcast, and then we can just grow the family and hopefully help other people in struggles and, you know, things like that. So yes, getting the word out there by doing a little review, even if it's like 5 minutes. If you don't have the time, I completely understand, but I'd be really grateful if you could. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Getting Lippy with, because then you'll find out about what the next topic is, so you can send us in your questions. I'm sorry I couldn't get around to answering all questions, but I hope that helps you. And trust me, hopefully, if we can keep this going, there'll be more podcasts and we'll be answering even more questions. So thank you so much, and thanks for listening to me. And yeah, love you all. Bye.